What's up, guys? It is Flex Point. I am back, and today I'm going to bring forth a Nunu sated Nunu Jungle. Let's go ahead and move this right here. Special thanks to Bucko and Luna for today's top donations. Appreciate the support, guys. Okay, so first question is probably going to be, why'd you even bother going sated on Nunu? Well, they pick Shyvana, and when you pick Shyvana, what do you want? You want attack speed reduction, Frozen Heart. You want something that can get tanky and survive magic and physical damage, because that's what she deals. And you want someone who can set her behind early, which is why I picked Nunu. So I was like, I'm going to go Nunu, but instead of going Cinderhulk, because I wouldn't be able to keep up with her damage output, I'm going to go ahead and go sated. Now, I usually get sated at around 19 minutes, 21 minutes, or whatever. It's pretty bad. Well, it's okay, I guess, but yeah. So, with Nunu, I figured, you know what, I'm going to be invading, I should get sated around maybe, I don't know, 17 minutes. You know? So, got sated a lot sooner than that. Sorry about that. But, whatever, let's watch the game. So, Runes and Masteries, I'll show them in the description. Go ahead and check over there if you want to see them. Pretty standard start to Nunu. I mean, you just start with the Cromp, and I went to invade. Shyvana started blue buff for some reason, so I warded that to make sure she wasn't there. And when I saw that she wasn't, I went ahead and took this.
Delicious.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait for the minion wave. Really important that you do this correctly. So I pause. Minion wave. Right here. So if I walk through here, they can see me. I didn't even look at this wave here. I looked at my wave because your wave corresponds to the enemy wave. So I saw my minions here. I said, well, if Shyvana was here, I could see her. Same thing here. Alright, so went ahead and paused. And then I went back in. Now, not sure what this Shyvana is thinking. I just took this giant golem, which means I got a little bit of health and mana back. I have red buff, and she has blue buff, but exhaust, which was wise. Now I get behind her so that the little golem smacks her. I get exhausted, so I immediately walk off after I get my last auto in. And then once the exhaust fades away, I kite back. I have red buff, so E and on auto will kill her. As soon as my E comes up, I auto E, rip, just like that. Because red buff will always be blue buff early. And I did the Nunu thing. I could have ganked ball in there, but I was kind of low. I was like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and just keep farming up. Now that I have this little advantage, I should be able to get my Devour pretty soon. So, I farmed everything. Alright, so people ask me, Flex, why would you go sated on Nunu? What perks does it give you? Well, obviously you're not going to go Blade the Ring King on Nunu. I mean, I would, but that's kind of trollish. What it does is it helps you with your passive, which brings it up one auto attack sooner, so you get your free spells off a lot sooner. Coupled with CDR, that's really strong. So that's one thing it brings. Two, in this build, Wit's End is a must-buy. Alright, so here comes Shyvana again, thinking she can fight me. I have red buff, I got blood boil, I also have blue buff, and I have Oriana, so I flash the auto to make sure I get the slow off. Keep applying the autos. Here comes Jarvan for the cleanup, but I get it actually. And then I think, wait a minute, we can kill this guy. We got 3 people here. We got a shield. We got my slows, and Jarvan goes ahead and proceeds to clean it up. And there you go. So by this time, I can afford my Devour entirely at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's what I do. I get that, and I start farming up for the long run. I had to go do something really quick. And I'm farming. Get that 8-minute dragon. You could have gotten it a lot sooner, but I was a little busy killing Shyvana.
Delicious.
I don't even know where Shyvana is, but I'm going to abuse her jungle. Get a gank off here. I messed up a little bit. I accidentally E a minion. And that was a mistake, but it's alright. I waited for the ward because I knew it was coming. And I said, you know what, I'll just take her jungle. I believe she takes my blue buff here. Yes, she does. There she goes. But again, she kind of had to back up there because bot lane was shoved in. But again, I don't care. My thing is stacks right now. I'm trying to get sated as quick as possible. It is 10 minutes into the game and I am at 14 stacks. 16 stacks now. I look at my blue buff, it's not there, that's fine. But the scuttles is. Oh my god. Look at this damage from Nunu. Alright, level 8, I'm level 8, I got red buff. Look at that attack speed, like she does not have a chance, she's got to leave. Got everyone in my chat spamming lol, laughing their asses off because I can destroy this Ahri 1v1. So we go back to farming. Get that, go get scuttles after we kill the Jace, so. See Jace there, I was like, oh hey look, a Jace, so I'm just gonna ice blast it and then go back to taking scuttles. And I said, well, we traded blue buffs, that's good. And I demolished the Shyvana jungle. Delicious. Like, when you're Nunu, it's just like, it's not even funny. Like, you literally walk between two towers. I'm getting pinged by my own teammates because they're just like, what is this dude doing? You just walk through two towers and counter jungle. Delicious. Delicious, that's why. And right there, I am sated. At 49 minutes. It's 29 stacks, but I think it's bugged out a little bit or something. If not, then I definitely get it at this dragon. 14 minutes, sated. Completely done. 14 minutes. Shyvana, 8 stacks. GG. Whether or not it was bugs, it doesn't really matter because I take this, and there it is, it's showing sated. I mean, I recall, next item I get is the Wit's End full and boots, and I wait for a null mantle so I can get merc treads. And the game is pretty even in gold for some reason. Alright, so I get hooked here, I'm 2v1ing. So I accidentally flash the, I flashed the Thresh box because slow would be pretty bad for me. That's fine, missed the ultimate, no big deal. And rip. A little quick thinking. Just eat that thing for 300 health. And this dude's dead. Even with the chaos. Now here's the thing you need to keep in mind. I'm thinking, okay, my bot lane's not there, which means I'm alone. Which means they haven't really fought. So they both have their ultimates, and I assume they both have summoners because bot lane didn't call them out. So my initial idea here was to leave and flash away. But I was fully sated, and I have a Wit's End. So I am very strong right now. Okay. She does have her Infinity Edge, so she's also strong, but there we go. I make sure to flash the box because I know that it's going to come out, and if I get slowed, that's pretty much death for me, and I'm just autoing. Now, here's something interesting about Nunu ulti. When Nunu ults and he's channeling, he lowers attack speed and movement speed. So even though she shielded the damage, she did not shield the effect. So let's see how many auto attacks she gets off. She gets off 1 auto in the entire 3.5 second channel. That's really bad for her. And Wit's End just completely demolishes her. And this dude also, look at this health just disappear. Like, it's not even funny. Quick thinking. Boom. I think I die here because they got Jace and Ahri rotating. Alright, so next thing I'm going for is I get my merc treads, and what I want next is CDR. I can constantly be spamming my abilities since they are going to be free mana. I mean free due to my passive. I maxed out Blood Boil here second, and people are going to be like, oh, why'd you do that, why'd you do that? One, because I'm going sated Nunu, which means auto attacks are pretty important. And two, it would definitely help our team. We have a Draven, we have a Jarvan, we have Annie, Orianna. Blood Boil definitely helps us, and I say that because, like, the movement speed. Alright. I'm just going to farm, try and get my items. Now I just want to become unkillable. Not too difficult to do as Nunu. Ahri. Ice Blast. See, like, Thresh doesn't have enough peel for me. Like, he has Flay or whatever, but I have Ice Blast. I got Blood Boil. Alright, I hit the box. It's no big deal. I'm, like, still chasing him down. Orianna speeds behind me. This dude is dead. Shyvana comes in. Mistake. 19 minutes, 55 seconds. I'm pinging Baron. Let's go do it. And that's a Baron. Blood Boil the Jarvan. Let him chase him down. Chasing down, chasing down. On. Consume something, get 150 health back. Fade it out. So what do? I'm going back to Dragon. Actually, Draven does it because I want these minions. What you can do on minions if you're like shoved in like this, just ulti the wave. Full gold. Jace disappeared, like it wasn't even funny. Blood Boil Draven. I flash in to make sure that I can get an Ice Blast off before he starts hitting Draven that much. But, oh my gosh, that damage though. And I'm chasing Thresh because he can't run away from me. I pretty much could have killed her if I kept autoing her to death. I switched targets to see if I can kill Ahri. I should have smited. Did I have smite up? I didn't. Okay, I was wondering. But there's a lot of damage. You know? It's not that tanky yet, you know. Here I come back. I finish the Frozen Heart and I go for my Spectre's Cow. Oh my gosh. That's not fair. Blood Boil myself so I can get into position. Orianna gave me the ball, so my goal with Orianna giving me the ball is get as close to them as possible. And Thresh kind of helped out a little bit. I made sure to consume. I knew the hook was coming. I'm going to consume, get my health up. And we get the 3-man ulti combo. Mine wasn't even channeled that long, but it was still quite a bit. I go down, but that's my job. I'm Nunu.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Right now I just want to control scuttles because that is Shyvana's quickest way of stacking up since they do offer 2 stacks. Okay, another thing here, when you're Nunu, and why I like Blood Boil's max second, Blood Boil the Annie, she's our engage. He runs incredibly fast. This is half speed, mind you. This is half speed. Let's do regular speed here. And look how fast this Annie runs. Okay. Ain't no running away from that Annie. Okay. She's got Twin Shadows, Mobies, and Blood Boil. GG. Full speed right here. Regular speed. Look at her run, man. That is crazy. You are not running from that Annie. And that's a forfeit. So, and look at this. It's like I only have 101 farm. 100 farm, 25 minutes into the game. Shyvana, 133. So she outfarmed me by 30. And I can still kill her in a 1v1. Like, she wouldn't have a chance. Okay. After my Visage, I was probably going to go Zero Portal. Sounds troll, but you know, if you really know how to use Zero, it's quite strong. But anyways, let's focus on the key components for this jungle game. 1, early invade. Really strong as Nunu if you manage to get the red buff. If you steal your opponent's red buff and they do not have Ignite, you do have the advantage. Remember, red buff deals true damage, so you definitely have the advantage there. Now, you gotta remember, I kind of outplayed it a little bit, or Shyvana definitely misplayed because she underestimated the red buff. At first I was going to underestimate Ignite, but I mean Exhaust, but then I said, you know what, I'm going to just kite. I got slows, like right here I said I'm going to walk away. I barely have like a 20 health advantage. She has Twin Feint, Twin Bite. GG. Okay, and here I'm stacking. Am I ganking? No, I'm not ganking. I'm stacking. If you ever go sated, unless you know for a fact that you can get kills, like if you jungle with sated with something like Xin Zhao and Udyr, those are junglers that can get stacks by ganking. I wouldn't suggest it, but you can definitely do it. Again, Shyvana thinks she can solo me. I have double buffs. She doesn't, and I got a level on her, and I got all the buffs from the Nunu Q passive. Yeah, she's gonna get wrecked. Flash to get the red buff applied. GG. So, farming. Incredibly important when you're stacking. Let's go back. Let's go to the very end here. And let's look at the items now. Items I went for the Sated first, Devourer first. Next thing I did was pull by the Wit's End. Now, the Wit's End is important in this build because its passive will proc twice with the Phantom attack from Sated. So, basic attacks deal 42 bonus magic damage on hit, and you steal MR. So there are a few things here why it's really strong on someone like Nunu. One, you steal MR, so you would steal 25 MR. So that's 25 MR reduction. 25 flat, alright? Which means the Wit's End passive is going to be dealing more damage. So in 3 auto attacks, you deal from Wit's End alone 84, 126. 126 damage in 3 auto attacks. Bonus magic damage. Okay? So that's 126. Plus the 60 times 3, which is 180. That's a lot. That's a lot of magic damage in 3 auto attacks. Okay, and that's because you smite them, and you deal true damage over X amount of seconds. And then the Nunu Q. Nunu's attacks and spells deal additional 1% of his maximum health as magic damage. Like, there is so much magic damage that you're dealing as Sated Nunu. Okay, which is ridiculous with the new Sated. Alright, Sated plus the Nunu buff from his Q, plus Wit's End, plus Blood Boil, which increases attack speed by 45% for 12 seconds, which means you can constantly apply it because it has a 10-second cooldown. Like, this is crazy. It's insane. It's really strong. Key thing was the early game. I got fed. I didn't get that fed. I got 2 kills. That's pretty fed, yeah. I had a really strong early game. Okay. The hardest part, the best thing that happened in the game aside from the early game was the dragon. The 5 stacks really jump-started my my stacking total. And then I just completely dominated Shyvana's jungle. She couldn't 1v1 me. Once I consumed something, she couldn't outsmite me. So this is definitely something strong, and I'm going to continue to look into it in the future. Just wanted to post this video to show how strong it could be. I don't think this is the best Nunu game I've ever had, but this is definitely up there. It's a pretty good game. And that's because I've been playing Nunu since back when the old ancient golem would give you 30% bonus health and 20% CDR and 500 health. Like, I've been playing since season 3, so there are some other broken things. I tried something like this similar. Like, I tried this on Feral Flare Nunu. I tried Feral Flare Nunu, and I did the exact same thing with the Wit's End, but this is definitely stronger. Definitely stronger than Feral Flare. For Nunu. For other champions, maybe, like, Feral Flare is probably better, but for Nunu, it's not. Like, the Phantom hit applies to your passive, which gives you free spells and procs on different items. Like, it's really strong. This was my fully sated Nunu at 14 minutes video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it out and you have fun with it. And I will see you guys later.